Chosen ones, slow your breath and quiet your thoughts, because what you are sensing right now is not imagination and it is not emotional fluctuation. Something is shifting in the spiritual atmosphere around your life. The reason it feels subtle yet persistent is because God often moves before He announces. Long before circumstances change, He adjusts the spirit to prepare it for what is coming. That is where you are now, standing in the space between what was and what is about to be revealed. You may have noticed that your tolerance for certain environments, conversations, and patterns has suddenly decreased. Things that once felt normal now feel heavy. Activities that once distracted you no longer satisfy you. This is not boredom, it is discernment awakening. When God begins to move someone into a higher alignment, the first thing He changes is what they can no longer ignore. Your spirit is becoming more sensitive because it is being trained to recognize what belongs in your next season and what cannot follow you there. There have been moments recently where you felt an internal pull towards stillness. You may not have known how to explain it, but something within you asked you to pause, to observe, to reflect rather than react. That pull is not slowing you down, it is positioning you. God often separates His chosen ones from noise before He releases instruction. Revelation does not compete with chaos. It arrives where the heart is willing to listen. You have carried questions you could not voice. You wondered why progress felt delayed even though you were faithful. You questioned why doors closed when you were finally ready to walk through them. You asked why certain relationships faded when you thought they were part of your future. These questions did not offend God. They revealed hunger. And hunger, when purified, becomes readiness. This season has required endurance more than excitement. You were asked to trust without evidence, to obey without applause, to remain consistent without confirmation. That kind of faith is not common, and it is not developed overnight. It is forged quietly, in moments when you choose hope even when outcomes remain unclear. God has been watching how you handle uncertainty, because what He is preparing to release requires stability, not impulse. A spiritual shift does not always arrive with instant change. Sometimes it begins with discomfort. Sometimes it starts with restlessness that refuses to be ignored. That restlessness is not meant to push you into panic. It is meant to awaken you to growth. You are outgrowing old mindsets, old expectations, and old limits. Growth often feels like loss until perspective catches up. There were times when you thought you were being overlooked. Times when you believed others were moving ahead while you remained in the same place. But you were not standing still. You were being strengthened underground. Roots grow in darkness before anything appears above the surface. God was building depth in you so that when elevation comes, you will not collapse under its weight. You are beginning to see with clearer eyes. Not cynical eyes, but discerning ones. You are learning the difference between excitement and peace, between opportunity and assignment, between attention and alignment. That clarity did not come from comfort. It came from experience. It came from walking through confusion and choosing wisdom instead of bitterness. This shift is also teaching you how to let go without resentment. Some endings did not come with closure. Some people exited without explanation. Some situations dissolved without apology. That was not cruelty, that was protection. God knows what cannot survive the next season, and He loves you enough to remove it before it causes damage. You may feel a growing desire to live with more intention, less rushing, less proving, less striving. That desire is evidence of maturity. When God prepares someone for a greater role, He removes the need to impress and replaces it with the desire to obey. You are no longer motivated by urgency. You are being guided by wisdom. Pay attention to how your prayers are changing. You may be asking for less and listening more. You may be seeking clarity instead of control. You may be requesting alignment rather than outcomes. These are signs that your spirit is synchronizing with heaven's rhythm. God does not need you to figure everything out. He needs you to remain available. There is a reason old cycles are breaking. Patterns that once repeated themselves are losing momentum. Temptations that once felt powerful are losing their grip. Fear that once controlled decisions is no longer as loud. This is not because you became stronger on your own. It is because God is fortifying you from the inside. The shift coming is not designed to overwhelm you. It is designed to expand you. Expansion requires release. You cannot carry everything forward. Some habits must stay behind. Some expectations must be redefined. Some versions of yourself must be honored and then released. This is not betrayal of who you were. It is respect for who you are becoming. You may notice that you are more protective of your energy, more selective with your time, more aware of what feeds you and what drains you. That awareness is not selfishness, it is stewardship. God entrusts more to those who know how to protect what they already have. There is also a quiet courage forming within you. Not loud confidence, but steady resolve. You are learning how to stand without needing constant reassurance. How to move forward without knowing every step. How to trust God's character even when His plan is still unfolding. That courage is essential for what is ahead. This shift is aligning you with truth. Not just truth you speak, but truth you live. You are being invited into greater integrity, greater authenticity, greater alignment between who you are privately and who you are publicly. God's favor rests where there is congruence. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not missing anything meant for you. What is unfolding now is precise. Heaven does not rush purpose, and it does not waste preparation. Every delay carried instruction. Every closed door preserved you. Every silent season refined you. As this shift continues, you may feel moments of anticipation without anxiety, hope without pressure, expectation without desperation. That balance is sacred. It means you are learning how to wait without fear, and waiting without fear is one of the strongest forms of faith. Remain grounded. Do not rush to label everything. Do not force meaning onto every feeling. Let clarity come naturally. God is not trying to confuse you. He is inviting you to trust Him at a deeper level than before. You are standing at the threshold of change, but not the kind that shocks you overnight. This is the kind that transforms you gradually, thoroughly, and permanently. When it fully manifests, you will recognize it not by chaos, but by peace. This is the beginning of alignment, and alignment always starts within. Chosen ones, understand this clearly. This spiritual shift is not only about where you are going, it is about who you are becoming. God is not simply changing your circumstances, He is changing your capacity. What He is about to release requires a stronger vessel, a steadier heart, and a quieter confidence. You may notice that you are no longer reacting the way you used to. Things that once triggered fear now bring reflection. Situations that once made you panic now invite prayer. This is not weakness. This is authority forming. When God prepares someone for greater responsibility, He first teaches them how to remain calm in uncertainty. The shift ahead will demand discernment. Not every opportunity will be yours to take. Not every voice will deserve your attention. You are entering a season where saying no is just as important as saying yes. God is sharpening your spiritual boundaries so you can protect what He is about to entrust to you. There will be moments where the path ahead feels unfamiliar. That is because you have never walked at this level before. Do not mistake unfamiliarity for danger. New territory often feels uncomfortable before it feels secure. Trust the one who led you here. God is aligning you with people, assignments, and opportunities that match your new frequency. This may take time to fully manifest, but the alignment has already begun in the spirit. What is delayed in the natural is already approved in heaven. Remain ready, not rushed. Preparation in this season looks like stillness, obedience, and trust. Resist the urge to force outcomes. What is divinely planned does not need to be chased. It arrives with peace, clarity, and confirmation. The shift coming will bring responsibility, but it will also bring rest. Not the absence of challenges, but the presence of assurance. You will know you are walking in God's plan, not because everything is easy, but because everything feels anchored. Chosen ones, do not underestimate this moment. You are not waiting for the shift, you are standing inside it. What God has planned is unfolding step by step, layer by layer. Stay grounded, stay faithful, stay open. What is coming will make sense of everything that came before.